whatever. Working on yourself doesn't work. This is a new book, In the Age of Self-Help. How can this be? Can't we always fix ourselves? Well, we have two authors here to talk about how this doesn't work, I guess, when we're focusing on the idea of fixing ourselves. And we're here with Ariel and Shya. Thank you so much. A husband and wife team here, who Ariel and Shya Kane, who have written a book that is getting a lot of publicity right now about this idea that we could really kind of transform our lives instantaneously.
Instantaneously.
That sounds a little bit almost too good to be true.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes. So how does that work?
Well, it works by discovering how to get into the current moment of now. You see, most of us are so busy trying to get somewhere in our lives.
Focusing on the future.
Or on our past,
what was
trying
wrong.
to fix what we perceive as wrong, that we forget this moment, and this is all there is.
Right, and we just actually did a story yesterday on the book, The Secret, and I know that that is also focused on this idea that everything happens in the now. But what does that mean, and how do you make that work for yourself?
Well, our approach is very radically different than The Secret. And more than 20 years ago, we played around with that. We got everything we wanted. We got the house, we got the family things, everything sorted out, and life became very empty. And that's when we started looking at ourselves. And before you knew it, we discovered that working on yourself doesn't work. That when you actually access the moment, everything becomes easy in an instant. It's not hard.
What does that mean, though? How do you access the moment?
Well, I don't know. I know that at some point I stopped trying to fix what I thought was broken in me, and suddenly our relationship got great. And then people that we knew, who knew us when we were on the self-help improvement circuit, said, wow, whatever you're doing now, come and talk to us about it. And that's how we started leading our workshops.
So you guys lecture about this topic all around the country?
Yes, for 20 years we've been doing it. And it's when you say, how do you do it? You can't do it. But it's something that happens as a byproduct when you access being here. And now, for you, listening. Right now you're listening. When people actively engage, they stop thinking about how to do their life right, and they begin to actually live their life rather than being a past-future exercise where you're trying to always improve yourself. You're
so maybe catch yourselves in those moments. We're always thinking about the future. What am I going to do next? Or what did I do wrong yesterday? Or
correct.
You say what you resist persists. And I think that sounds like a really important thing for people to understand. Can you expand on that?
Well, it's a law of physics. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you're pushing against something you don't like, you're actually keeping it in place. And that's the first principle of instantaneous transformation.
The second principle is you can only be exactly as you are in this moment of now. So you can't be different than you are right now, because now just went by. See, now. It keeps going by, so you can't really be different than you are when that happens.
So people who would be interested in exploring this, the idea, it's funny because the book says why working on yourself doesn't work, but then it's entitled in the corner, it still says it's a self-help book.
Well, it's not about the futility of self-help, it's about the effortlessness of instantaneous transformation.
So we don't, and when you say instantaneous, this is what the book is going to show us. It's going to show us how to access that power of now, or how to get centered?
Absolutely.
So what will happen is there'll be little moments of aha, and it's a shifting of states. It's not like you're learning a whole new system that you have to live through. It's more like suddenly you're returned to you and returned to you. And from that place, you're extremely powerful.
How has it worked in your own life?
We don't pick on each other.
We've been together 26 years. Our relationship is passionate and
intimate,
exciting,
excellent,
and new.
Did you guys watch Oprah yesterday?
No, no, we did not.
Okay, so this is something that people who are interested in either improving their relationships, their finances, can apply to all of those areas of our lives.
See, the interesting thing about instantaneous transformation and this approach is it's anthropological, and it's not about improving anything. It's discovering how to be where you are in each moment of your life, and then those problems disappear on their own. It's not about getting somewhere, it's about being here in this moment of your life, rather than trying to get to some socially imprinted idea of what's going to make you happy.
Of what's going to make us happy.
You know, people, we did a workshop last night in New York City, and there was a man there who said he has just accomplished everything he's ever wanted to accomplish, and he's not happy. So
some good ideas. Thank you so much for coming on. The book is available in bookstores everywhere.
Absolutely.
Scott,
Can you cancel my psychiatrist appointment, please? Because apparently I need to
You can get
just...
the book for $15.95. It's probably cheaper than your therapist.
Yeah, way cheaper. And that's, I can read that for several hours instead of paying an hourly rate. It's the...